Thank you very much for joining us, Thembisa. Now, South Africa is among countries that have been somewhat reluctant to condemn Russia. Can you tell us more on that?
Yes, South Africa has abstained from condemning Russia. That, of course, has not landed well in many South Africans who felt that South Africa should have taken a much more decisive position in this regard. So we find ourselves, of course, siding with few Southern African countries. The larger part of the countries in Africa have taken a much more proactive and straightforward position in this regard. South Africa has decided to sit on the fence for obvious reasons. One is that South Africa is a part of BRICS and Russia is part of BRICS. And the other thing is South Africa continues to peddle this middle ground type of foreign policy, pushing for talks and insisting that this kind of discussion should have been taken to the Security Council, and there the Security Council should have actually dictated the way forward, even though, of course, we know that Security Council, with Russia being the president of the current Security Council and the permanent member of the Security Council, vetoed the resolution that was presented to it.
Now, we know that Russia has been active in the continent, especially since 2008. Is their involvement in Africa finally paying off?
Well, it depends what kind of involvement. You know that its involvement at the moment has been mainly sponsoring militia in Mali, in Mozambique. So it's not been business compared to what China's been doing. I mean, China's diplomacy in Africa has been mainly business. It's a business foreign policy, particularly as China continues with Belt Road Initiative. It seeks to create more friends than enemies. But Russia, on the other hand, has been having different relationships in Africa. So whether that relationship is paying off or not, I'm not quite sure. It's true, because if you look at the pattern of voting, you don't have a majority African countries that have actually decided to vote against the resolution. You have most African countries deciding to abstain, but there is quite a sizable number of African countries who have gone on to vote with the resolution.
All right, thank you very much for those insights. Thembisa Fakude joining us from Johannesburg.